right to the mailbox. Ooh, look at that. Nice power slide. So the brakes are actually working out pretty mint. What do we get? Were we able to do it? Did we get back to our 60? Yes, we did. So we did get back to our 63. All right. I'm going to clear it out, and I'm going to stay in it just a little bit more. Clear it out. Now, 62. So we're borderline, literally borderline like that 62, 63. We are getting 63. Some people say, you know, that maybe it's the GPS giving me a false number, but I don't know, man. I'm sticking with the 63 just because. I mean, why the hell not? We did get it back to 63. Granted, it's now on that 62-ish, but it's because now we're getting grip. So we're also getting tire friction. So, yeah, that's something to keep in mind. You might like the look of the bigger tires, but it is going to take a little bit away, I think, of that top speed. But then, increased grip, increased power, increased, like, aerodynamics, it all makes a difference. Because what I want to do is I want to prove my claim of speed. And is there really like a way to really prove it? Like, so the best way that I can prove it is by using a car. So what I have right now is I have two GPS speed meters. The one on the top, which is a SKYRC GPS, which I call it a piece of crap, but believe it or not, it's actually been, I want to say it's been through hell and back, and man, the thing is, it's proven. It's proving itself right now. The bottom one is a GARMIN Fortrex 601. Now, the reason why I got the GARMIN was because the GARMIN is supposed to be more accurate with more features and easier to see. Well, now that my SKYRC GPS now lost its front cover, which actually, thanks to my wife and taking our little dog for a walk, she actually found my cover, and it was actually nowhere near, like it was on the total opposite side of the road, which was obviously why I never found it. But, so the SKYRC GPS cover is actually back, but you know what? I kind of like the look of that. So the reason why I have the GARMIN was to double check my speed. Now, something I already know about my GPS is that my GPS is like anywhere from like 1 to like 2 or 1.5. I want to say from my memory, it's 1 to 1.5 miles per hour slower than like what's recorded on a car, because the only way I can like do it is by matching it up with a digital dash, like say on my wife's Honda CR-V. I can't do it with my truck. I mean, I could, but because it's analog, you know, people would be like, oh, it's got a needle and you roll 35s and blah blah blah, and it's you know, a 2006. It's got to be, you know, out of calibration. It's like, no. So I just, you know what, so I figured I'd do the digital dash. But this is the way I like it. So my speed claims are always going to be 1 to 1.5, or let's just say, I'll guess it like this, 0.5 to 1.5 miles per hour, display shown and recorded slower. I won't ever claim to be that actual mile or 1.5 mile an hour faster until I actually have positive proof, which why I have that secondary GPS, the Fortrex 601, because it is supposed to be more accurate. Now, do I know that's more accurate? No. Just the claims from GARMIN say that the GPS is a more exacting and accurate GPS, and it does like all this like crazy nutty stuff that I probably will never use. But then again, I don't know. I've never plugged it into a computer, and I've never plugged in the SKYRC GPS into a computer either, because it's not Mac compatible. So I'm hoping that the GARMIN is. I actually never checked that out, but it really doesn't matter. So either way, here's the test. Here's the proof. My wife has agreed to basically take me for a ride on the highway, and Yeah, I'll give you the proof that my speed claims are actually lower than what my actual speed is. And I don't talk about that because I'm okay with being that 1 to 1.5 mile per hour slower on a visual instrument, only because I already know for myself that my speed is proven. So I will claim what is shown on the GPS, and that's point blank it. And even though you can you will clearly see that my numbers are actually slightly faster, but I'm okay with that. I'm proving it to myself, and I'm just sharing. So anyways, if you're interested in this video from RC Guy Garage, like I always say, you point blank know what to do, so let's just get into the video. We're taking a quick little trip. The wife is driving just to make it easier, and I have both GPSs with me just to confirm calibration, because, you know, we have those out there that are disbelievers when it comes to GPS and calibration and whatever. So we're going to use a 2017 Honda CR-V with its digital dash, and once we get out to the highway, she's going to set it at 62 or 63, whatever she chooses, and then I'm going to confirm those speeds with the GPS. So obviously I'll wait till it's a nice flat section, that's why there's no like variances and hills and declines and whatever else. And this is the best that I can do, and this is how I do it. So if you're looking to, you know, check your GPS or adjust your whatever, if you're looking to make sure that your GPS is on point, this is the way to do it. So anyways, yeah, RC Guy Garage, and we're just checking my GPS. You know who you are, disbeliever. So right now I have the Fortrex right here. It's the Fortrex 601 from Garmin. It registers a very good speed. It's not like I walked backwards calibrating my GPS, you know, because if you walk backwards while you're calibrating your GPS, all your forward motion is going to be that much faster. Yeah, hey Earl. Yeah, you know, I just wanted to thank you for telling me how to calibrate my GPSs so that I could get a faster displayed run than what's actually recorded. So, I mean, it is point blank, it is simple math. It is that 8 plus 8 equals 16, right? So, yeah, nobody's ever going to know. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I just want to thank you for showing me how to calibrate those GPSs by running backwards, so that you can get a faster speed going forward. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I know. None of these guys have a clue. You know what I mean? That's what's such a riot. You know, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because 8 plus 8 truly is 16, right? We are getting there. It's just rainy day traffic. Figured, you know, this was the perfect time to kind of do this stuff, right? Yeah. Hey, Kobe's, what you doing? Hey, buddy. Go for a ride? Huh? Right now, it's searching for its satellite signal for some reason. .4, 62 miles an hour. My GPS is registering 61, so technically, more of a real-time speed. I'll wait until we get on a flat. So 60, 61.6, 61.8, 61. Fairly consistent between the two. And I look at the speed right there, we're at 62 miles per hour. And I mean, both of these are registering so close to each other. I'm trying to keep this one in the open. Now we're climbing a hill again, dropping.
Get off this exit.
Right. So what we're gonna do is just get off this exit, jump right back on, and head back. That way we'll get it going north and we'll get it going south. Just in case you got some of those disbelievers out there that just you know, go ahead and check your own GPS with a digital thing, like a car with a digital speedometer. Kind of helps.
Wait, just never reached it.
Right. Probably just because we were going up and down hills and stuff. And it was also, the car may have been technically set at 62.5. Even though it says 63, it might register that. So these two are fairly, I mean, what's crazy is look at the SKYRC GPS. We're stopped right now. SKYRC GPS is actually registering faster, meaning registering its refresh rate faster. So it might be a setting in this Garmin that's kind of throwing that off. Top speed so far was 62.4. We are at 0. We can confirm that we're at 0, right, hon? You know, just for you disbelievers out there, just to show you that, if anything, my SKYRC GPS is actually like, what, 1 mile per hour off? But they're pretty close to each other. She's out there, she's making use of the turbo coming out of that. Yeah, it is a turbo. Your car's turbo.
My car's not.
Yes, it is. You didn't know that? Honey, no, I'm not. Your car is turbo. You didn't know? Honey.
Where does it say turbo?
Watch out for that car. Your car is a turbo. I'll prove it to you.
It's
So,
all-wheel drive.
yes,
It doesn't have any words that say
it's a
turbo.
4-cylinder turbo, honey. Trust me.
Economy.
Yes, that's economy. That's just to keep the turbo in check. You know, for when we go for like supercharged, like nitrous kind of stuff. She doesn't believe that this car is turboed. I wasn't going to let her get the regular 4-cylinder piece of junk. Wow.
You're the one that wanted me to drive. It's raining.
Yeah, I know. All right, so she's now going to get up to, if she can, she's going to get up to 65 just so that we can get a 65 verification with these GPSs. Pretty consistent. Trying to keep the glare out of there. Just waiting for that Sky, yeah, see, registered right there. So she's actually at 67. Go on, I'm just set it at 66 on the cruise. Or 65, whatever. To the positive, the plus. Don't use your foot to adjust it. There you go. Is that at 65? Just bump it up one. There you go. This way. It's all set. See how the bottom one says 65? So we're going to wait, obviously. Now it's at 65. So we're looking at the SKYRC GPS registering 60. Well, now we're climbing again.
This is staying 65.
All right. Just waiting for these to catch up. And that's also why you need to pay attention to, like, how much you stay into that trigger. So you can see it, 63, 62, that SKYRC GPS just is not showing those extra numbers that the Fortrex does. 63 I saw, 64, 63. I'm gonna bump up the speed to like 67, 2 clicks up. So I can feel the car accelerating slightly. Bottom one, 65.8, 66, 60, 66. Top one, 65. 64, I can feel the car like dropping up and down. So I think that kind of proves it right there. Pretty close. We got 66 miles per hour on there, 65. It's kind of going in between now. It's down to 64. It's the reason why is because we have a car in front of us and it has the active, whatever it is that alerts you or whatever adjusts your speed to a car in front of you. So even though SKYRC GPS looks like it's fairly consistently 1 mile per hour-ish off. So I think that's good enough. All right, so if anything, if you want proof, my SKYRC GPS is possibly registering 1 mile per hour slower, give or take, however you like, however long you're holding into that trigger. So you need to be into that trigger at whatever your max speed is at what, 3-4 seconds if possible, and that can actually feel like an eternity, which is why I've got the Garmin, because the Garmin's, supposedly the Garmin's refresh rate is supposed to be faster. It's also a more detailed, number. So there you go. So, like I said, my speeds are pretty dang accurate. So my SKYRC GPS actually says that I'm going 1 or 2 miles per hour slower than what I claimed. So that's not a bad thing, because I'm not worried about 1 or 2 miles per hour being off on that negative against me, because you know what that does? It pushes me forward. So anyways, you wanted proof, you know who you are. You got your proof. That's it. RC Guy Garage and Mrs. the Mrs. My beautiful wife. She's the driver. She's helping out, and I definitely appreciate that. So I'm out. Well, we're out. We're out. You should get out too. And point blank, like I always say, you should just get out and rip it. Stinking acorns, man. Oh, that thing is just so sick looking, isn't it? Man, I gotta take a picture.